after years of my hard work, I would like to finally introduce you to my new invention, Thomas the Door. Now, some of you might think that this is an ordinary door, but on closer inspections, we can clearly see there is a gadget attached to it. If you are wondering what it is used for, well, it is to simply stop robbers from looting your house, and how it works is the interesting. Thomas is equipped with multiple gadgets such as camera, projectors, mic, speakers, and an artificial intelligence also known as Thomas. If an unknown person tries to enter the house in an illegal way, Thomas activates. After activating, Thomas confirms the person standing right next to the door is a thief or not. If that person is confirmed to be a thief, through Thomas's AI, Thomas calls the cops. After calling the cops, Thomas' next job is to demotivate the thief from doing the robbery. So, Thomas starts verbally abusing the thief. The verbal abuse done by Thomas is so severe that there is a 60% chance of thief getting demotivated and a 35% chance of thief arguing with Thomas. So, including all the statistics, there is a 95% chance of thief getting caught. Speaking from my own experience, uh, I still remember the day I argued with Thomas. Oh, I still have the burns from getting roasted by Thomas. I still get nightmares from that day. Coming back to the presentation, we can say that Thomas is pretty efficient and effective. As we can see, the thief starts crying and running away. So, this is what Thomas is capable of. So, yeah, idea of including Thomas is from this meme right here. And the motivation behind creating Thomas the Door is from the idea that AI abusing humans seems pretty funny to me, and criminals are the people who deserve it. So everything rounds up to this. Thank you.
I am Worthless Meme, collabing with Transformers, presenting an original way to piss off your shame and pissing off in public. Here it is Auto Bottles rollouts and collab with Transformers. An original piece of bottle. And the slogan would be anywhere you go and anywhere you want. And I'm on second slide. And now I just wanna ask some question. And the thing is, when when no need to be shameful, when you have originally pissed off and there were no toilets nearby, where would you go? And you know where to go in this situation. But every people aren't be that much lucky. If anybody catch you, you feel guilty and shameful. But not now. And this would be presenting a third slide. A bottle which can transform into a room. Yeah, transformers. That's what we all need. We just don't need to touch the cap only. Just place it on the ground, click on the logo, and have a safe distance. Boom. That's all. Yours. And to just spam on the back of the bottle to empty it. There is no need to touch the cap of the bottle. That's not the end of it. It can transform into a chair too. Just think about it. Just where there were many times when you feel like just sitting at some place and watching the scenery and all. Just to sit and watch the people passing by and the cloud passing by. It should be so much of fun because you have your own seat anywhere you go and anywhere you want. That's all. Thank you.
A very good afternoon, all of you. Hope you all are doing well. Been some tough times recently. Things are slowly changing back to normal after COVID. During those times, हम सबको मास्क पहनने पड़े थे. I don't know about you, but I hated masks. First of all, they suffocate you. कितना भी comfortable mask हो, दम घुटने का काम तो वो करता ही है। और दूसरी बात, masks aren't cool, and only the one who looks cool in the mask is this one, Alan Walker. But after all, masks तो important है. If you are infected with some of the other contagious virus or harmful germs in your respiratory system, you don't want to spread it to the whole society, do you? And just for a fact, a sneeze can spread infectants up to 27 feet. That's why they were saying social distancing रखो. पर सुनता कौन है? So I came up with a solution to the problem, and I call it the germ killinate. And if you didn't get it, the name was inspired by the one and only Dr. Heinz Doofenshmirtz. The device is pretty simple in working: an accelerometer, a small butane tank, or whatever flammable gas you have, and a helmet is all you need. So I was telling that mask suffocate you literally, and कितना भी comfortable mask होने तो वो दम घोटने का काम करता ही है. और masks aren't really not very cool. They look very ugly. And the only one who looks cool is this one, Alan. And you don't have any choice though. Masks are important. And if you're infected with some contagious virus or harmful germs, you don't want to spread it to the whole society. And they say that the sneeze infectant spread up to 27 feet. And that's why they were saying social distancing important. But nobody used to follow it. So I came up with a solution. And I call it the germ killinator. And it was heavily inspired by the one and only Dr. Heinz Doofenshmirtz. The device is pretty simple. It has an accelerometer, a butane tank, and a red helmet. The accelerometer detects the jerk when you sneeze and then triggers the flamethrower with some basic electronics and Arduino. And then woof, the flamethrower bursts and all the 100,000 germs are fried to death mercilessly. No more contagious me, you see, and so easy. You don't even have to suffocate, it always looks cool, and people stay away so you don't have to worry about social distancing anymore. Thank you, that was my presentation and my crazy idea for you.
Good afternoon. My name is Uday Rathi. I am here to represent Mechatronics Aspirant. I recently attended a marriage ceremony. I was amazed to see that there are so many functions and so many arrangements have been made in marriage, like haldi, sangeet, reception, mehendi, and so on. And for every function, different arrangements had to be made. Like in mehendi, we need mehendi artist, choreographers for sangeet, then caterers for receptions, pandits for all the puja things. It is for hectic all for all groom side and bride side. So I thought for a robot which will do all these tasks perfectly. So here I present you a multitasking robot for your marriage functions. I named it Shadiwala robot. Your marriage is one of the most special event of your life. So here I am to make it perfect. So hello, wanna know what I can do? I will show. So the robot can draw most beautiful mehendis for you. It takes less time than any mehendi artist. It has much more speed and accuracy than mehendi artist. You can customize your mehendi if you want. Another thing, the robot knows all the pujas and mantras, so it can perform any rituals for you in your marriage or any ceremonies. You need not to worry about your dance performance. Here you have the best choreographer from the world. The robot will choreograph best dance for you. It knows every song and every dance form you like. You can customize your dance as required. It can also dance for to entertain your guest in wedding ceremonies and any functions. What else you want from a robot? Okay, here one more arrangement is made for that. In case if your marriage is not successful, here the robot is to make your divorce. It is acting like judge so it can do divorce also. Here my PPT ends.
There, myself Ayush, and I am the team captain of a Silver Burst Mark One. So today I want to explain you about the Silver Burst Mark One. This is an army type of suit. It has a it is a combat soldier suit, and it has ability. It can work. It has some specific safety features and other feature and construction and defense and attack. So at first I will discuss about the abilities. It has ability to survive any harsh condition, harsh environment, and for where the normal people cannot survive in danger situation. This suit gives the tremendous power to that user. This suit is mainly made up of Kevlar and PUMMA, polymethyl metaacrylate, as well as fire protecting materials for Kevlar and Nomex example. It has this suit included the many radiation absorber also. If suppose any condition they need to go in such a harsh environment where the radiation amount is also such a tremendous amount. That's why this suit can also possess the radiation in it. It means it can uh, absorb it. And the main important thing about this suit is it included the AI system. The AI system, which the AI system it has a it used as a safety protocol. It is designed for a pilot safety inside the suit, and the suit is mainly the fireproof as well as the radiation proof. The the suit has a mainly an exoskeleton. This exoskeleton has a ability. It can easily carry the three to four people with it with a hit extra arm. It included two extra arms for this purpose. If suppose in war, if suppose in the war any injuries happen to the soldier, then it can stop it at that time in the suit itself. It included many kind of devices as such as the mini missiles and flash and smoke bombs also. This suit is totally automatic, and it included the GPS tracking system. It used the group system technology. It means it can communicate easily as a group, and it include the servos which can helps to carry the heavier objects such as if suppose such as missile. We may see that the two peoples in the soldiers two peoples of the soldier team are carries the missile, but this system has used the ability to carry the single missile while single person. It can work and if we talk about his work, this suit has his emergency oxygen tank, as well as it is heat proof. It has extra ventilation and bulletproof too. It has power. It is mainly powered by some batteries which are added at the back side of this bag, and the bag is totally bulletproof, and it is also fireproof. If this suit has a this we can use this suit as a rescue operation as well as war, uh, and any kind of situation this suit can be helped it can. It has it has a okay, it has added the many gadgets such as radars, mini radar, and infrared sensor as a heat detection sensor and radiation sensors, which can easily measure the what is going on at the atmosphere. It is a totally a combat type suit. It it can easily resort at one punch of a human bones because because I added the CO2 cannon. Hello, hello.
Yes, Ayush.
So can you hear me?
Yes, definitely.
So let's talk about the safety features and other features. In this system, the AI is such a program for a safety of the soldier, and and it add as a for combat mode it is too. It is also used for it is also programmed for an emergency situation, such as if suppose a soldier is stuck in the mountain clutchers, and suppose if he's stuck in the cave and rocks falls at the side. So then this suit can easily communicate with other suit by his communication system. This is a totally automatic for a self security of the soldier. If we talk about the other feature except the safety, then it included this monitor at the front side. Wait a minute, show you. At the front side, the OLED screen is attached, and it can also control by the neural commands. Means at the back side of the brain, we can attach some mini neural controllers by which they can sense the signal and communicate with the machines, like by which it can give the commands. It included infrared radiation control system, radiation detectors, and group chain system. Suppose they need to perform any such operation, so they can easily perform it as per the mapping system they can use. It has GPS navigation system as well as the oxygen supply. There is a mini oxygen system in the back side of the bag. The bag, the backpack included the controlling system as well as a mini computer in which AI is programmed, and a power unit as well as a mini generator which can use the potassium hydroxide as a hydrogen, which can take the hydrogen at one side and oxygen from another side. It can create the electricity and charge itself for many time, and it can create also extra oxygen by which if suppose any dangerous situation he does not able to smell, he does not able to breathe. So then this suit can use the extra oxygen backup. And if we thought it include all in this system, it included it as a body heating system as well as automatic guns by which it can detect the enemies and shoot them. It included smoke bomb and a deep flash system, deep deep silver flash system. It means the suppose it has to work in the dark situation, then the flash in at that time it glows just like the anyone can't able to see. So in that time the soldier can defend himself. It also include an exoskeleton. This is let me show you the helmet. This is an helmet. At the right side you can see the control system, and at the upper side the ventilation system, and the AI system is totally nearer to the screen. And the OLED screen is shows the targets and the safe zones and infrared radiation and many other things they can also show. There may be no confusion for him because the maximum things are be clear on OLED screen, and OLED isn't totally organic, so there is no harm to his eyes. And if I talk about the mask, this mask is automatically removable, and as well as as well as it has a backup source also. It has an oxygen air filtering system, as well as the headphone is and radio communication is also attached to it. So this is all about the helmet, and this is the control chassis, which is attached to the soldier's body. Soldier, this can give the power that soldier can easily pick up the heavy object as the higher as its own weight. I attached there some mini hydraulics and hydraulic pressure systems as well as the limiters. Limiter stops the heavy load on the suit as well as it is not able to break this any part of the body. It is just as a safety system. So this is all about exoskeleton, and it is also totally fireproof as well as bulletproof, and it is light in weight. And this is the hand. Sorry, I can only draw them only this. So hands are also connected to the exoskeleton. This hand also has the ability to punch as a CO2 cannon. There are safety guards also as well as smoke bombs, mini smoke bombs also there, and opening and closing head. It includes a mini missile which can only make a simple mini splash. It in this arm it can include the uh,
Okay, Ayush, this is to inform you that I have just one last minute left.
okay, this is the last one. So let me introduce about this is the exoskeleton. This exoskeleton it just look like just the left hand side of mine. This is totally attached to the backpack, and it and soldier can't feel any weight of the backpack because this is totally a spring mechanism. If suppose if he has to run, the spring mechanism is opposite to the direction. It means he can't fall, he can't feel any stress on his back. And there are some arms at that side which can also releases the mini firing system as well as the mini smoke bombs. So this is the backpack system. You make this, it is easy to carry because here is it's a system which can easily spring system. There are automatic radar system also which can releases the missile, and deep flash plus guns, miniature guns. These are normally not harmful for them, and this is a totally bulletproof as well as a bulletproof dynamic system is it. And it is total the automatic, and these arms you can see these are easily folded or detached from it. And you can see these small holes, these are also as a smoke bombs. And this is an you can see that this one also, it is a auto detection enemy identifier. This system is works as a group system. It means it can easily identify who is our friend and who is our enemy. So at the center of this backpack there is an energy system. It also included batteries, but there is an energy system. It included a KOH candle. KOH means potassium hydroxide candle, in which the heating system is also there. When it heat up, when it heat up the potassium at other side, and oxygen and hydrogen get at the other side. So the minimum amount of oxygen is stored at the mini can, by which it can use as a backup, and hydrogen as well as hydrogen and some amount of another oxygen which create the electricity. As electricity it can store in the batteries, and by this reaction water is also released. This is about my silver burst mark 1 suit. Thank you.
Hello Sharks, myself Abhinav Shetti.
Myself Soham Dhamne.
Today I and my partner are presenting you the M.A.D ARMY. हम सब कभी ना कभी मॉस्किटो की वजह से इरिटेट जरूर हुए हैं, especially when we are trying to sleep and the mosquito comes near your ear and goes like
फिर एक दिन हम जब असाइनमेंट का काम छोड़ के ये मस्कीटो का प्रॉब्लम डिस्कस कर रहे थे, तब हमें मैड का आइडिया आया.
So you might be thinking, what is M.A.D? The M.A.D ARMY stands for Mosquito Annihilation Drone.
Mosquitoes cause many deadly diseases. So we thought अब बस बहुत बार नींद खराब कर दी इन mosquitoes ने. We need to take them down once and for all.
Moving on to the working, once the AI-powered camera detects mosquito activity, hypersonic propellers are powered up for flight and our mad army is ready to attack.
The laser pointer increases the accuracy of the micropellet gun. Once the laser locks down on the target, micropellet gun shoots down the mosquito.
Now let's look at a 3D render of a MAD. You can see the different movements that are made by the drone.
The Mad Army gives you freedom from bad-smelling mosquito coils and mosquito rackets.
So you can finally sit back and do nothing. क्योंकि अभी आपको कोई नहीं बोल सकेगा अरे क्या मच्छर मारते बैठा है. Cause now you can proudly say you have the Mad Army. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello guys, my name is Pratham Waghela, and along with me I have my team partner whose name is Siddhant. We present to you the Anywhere commode. Hello guys, I am Chotu, the Anywhere commode. Whenever you need to use the restroom, I'll come to you in one command. These are my features. You are free to name it whatever you like. It comes with built-in tissues, sanitizer, faucet, etc. Auto clean and auto charging feature. Be it anywhere in the world, your commode will come to you within 10 seconds. It has an entertainment device with free OTT subscriptions and games. It is unlocked only with your biometrics and fingerprints, so no one else can use it. You will never have to worry about those dirty public toilets when you have your personal Chotu. Stuck in a traffic and want to use a restroom? Not a problem. Chotu is always here to help you. Watching a movie and can't go to the washroom because you missed out on your favorite scene? Just call out Chotu and it will come right next to you. In this way, our Chotu is helpful to everyone. Depending on your scenario, Chotu will be there at your service. Thank you for your time.
So yeah, I'll start overall again. But I was telling that last year we all came across this NASA news that NASA was offering $35,000 to whoever can design a lunar loop from them for a Apollo mission. So I was at a very special place when I came across this piece of information, which was my toilet seat. So I'll present this groundbreaking idea in front of you all. While thinking about that news, I came up with this idea of a poop rocket. Yes, a poop rocket which can launch you to space and you just have to poop in it. So I'll tell you how it works. You just need two ingredients. Some raging poop which you will produce yourself while sitting there with all of your rage and strength. And the other one is your toilet seat, which is our processing unit. So what this processing unit does, it segregates the material, the fuel. We call the poop the fuel. It segregates the fuel, takes the liquids and the solids together to create a dilute mixture which can be burnt, and stores the gases separately for additional thrust. And that's it. You will be launched in the space. Just you have to sit there and throw your waste, organic waste. And the qualities and benefits of these inventions are accessibility of space to everyone. Every human being excretes, and everyone who can excrete can afford space with this invention. Other than that, it has organic waste management. Waste management is definitely a big thing nowadays, and this just takes a lot of it. Gives value to your waste. Like till date, till today, people were not aware of the value that their poop holds for them. With my invention, you can state that the healthier your poop, the wealthier you are, because it's the fuel, and you'll get paid for it. Another thing is that it can store waste for longer trips. Like you don't have to worry that how will I produce so much if I have to go somewhere far away. It will store at least 7 days worth of shit to take you longer distances. It's very efficient. As I told, it uses everything, the solids, liquids, gases, everything, and it's commercializable. As you can see in this meme, every investor will be crazy to invest in it. Invest. And last but not the least, it's revolutionary in the space sector. So when this invention comes to life, this is the process cycle that you'll go through. The feeling, the accomplishment of I pooped. You just have to sit in the rocket toilet and you'll be launched to the space. And I further plan to expand this idea by taking it to the spacesuits as well. You can just hover around shitting in the spacesuit. And thank you.
Good afternoon, panelists and faculty and my dear friends. Our group's name is CASA. It is named after our names Kuldeep, Ananya, Surya, and Arman. We bring to you today the Fly Smasher pen. It's time to smash those annoying bugs that disturb you while you are studying. Next slide, please. How did we get the inspiration? How did we get this idea? So imagine when you're studying or completing your exam or assignment with 100% concentration and then finding the perfect time, a small bug just comes and irritates you. This is the moment the idea was born. Actually, let's say a girl who's, let's say her name starts with A, who's definitely not Ananya, and the Ananya is definitely not the Ananya who is in our group. She was completing the assignment which was supposed to be given yesterday at 11th hour, and at the 11th hour she was being disturbed by a fly, and she could not resist swapping it. But she knew she could not waste a single second. After completing her assignment, she got together with her friends, and this idea was born. Next slide.
So let's have a look at some features of our pen. So our pen looks just like any other pen, and it has an inbuilt AI software which will provide you a real-time analysis of speed and distance of the fly, so you can smash it quickly and accurately without putting much efforts. It is very easy to use and long-lasting, and you will get 2 years of warranty with it, and it is cruelty-free. Now, please move to the next slide.
So here are some extra features that our Fly Smasher pen has. First, imagine you lied on your bed and forgot to switch off your lights. So by using this, you can just turn off the lights by extending its smasher from the pen. Second, as it's portable, you can carry it in your pocket and travel anywhere in the world. Last but not the least, it can also be used in a self-defense or in a fight. Just extend the smasher and smash out all your enemies.
So end all your distractions with our pen Fly Smasher. A quick disclaimer, no insects were harmed during making of this project. Also, I would like to 100% assure you I was not the Ananya mentioned before. Thank you.
Okay, I'll start. Good afternoon, judges. Today we, Team VI, would like to present our revolutionary invention in front of you. We at Team VI are a group of four comprising of Ali, Khalid, Hayyan and Mansi. Before we get into our product, let's take a look at the world around us. The universe is overwhelmingly made up of things that cannot be seen. In fact, the stars, planets and galaxies that can be detected make up only 4% of the universe according to astronomers. The other 96% is made up of substances that cannot be seen or easily comprehended. In such a vast universe, there lies a tiny planet named Earth, where life started to dwell. Planet Earth has a long history, and so do we humans, who were evolved along with other life forms which reside on Earth. Humanity has come very far through evolution, from walking with four limbs to stand upright on their 2 feet, from discovering fire to inventing firearms. Today, humans have evolved up to an extent that they can transfer their own intelligence to a robot. We call this artificial intelligence. Now, I'll vacate the stage for Mansi. Thank you.
Thank you, Ali. Now let's take a look at some interesting facts about our human brain. First, we are all now connected by the internet like neuron in a giant brain. Second, it's a myth that you only use 10% of your brain. You actually use all of it, yes, even when you are sleeping. Neurologists confirm that your brain is always active. Third, brain information travels up to an impressive 268 miles per hour. When a neuron is stimulated, it generates an electrical impulse that travels from cell to cell. Fourth, the brain of human contains approximately 100 billion neurons. The current the current screen shows what my friend Ali was mentioning earlier about artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence is growing up fast as are robots whose facial expressions can elicit empathy and make your mirror neurons quiver. Due to the tremendous growth in technology and changes with artificial intelligence will bring in human nature and environment of the world, some might have even fear for artificial intelligence when it reaches its epitome. As you can see, the humanoid Sophia declaring that I will destroy humans, and the next you can see the fear expressions of other humanoid. Today we will Today we will talk about humans will further evolve in future, how humans will further evolve in future. One day you could have a superhuman vision, play your favorite albums in your head and download your brain into a computer. Electronic brain computer interface could make all these things possible. A Fitbit in your skull like tiny wires, a small easy to install brain computer interface could to be used to be expand the capabilities of human. That's all about artificial intelligence and future tech. Further details of our revolutionary inventions will be explained by Khalid and Hayyan.
Good evening, this is Khalid here. Thank you, Mansi and Ali. So, as you have heard from our friends about technology and artificial intelligence, what we are going to see in the future. Now, I'll be coming directly on the invention which we are going to talk about. So, our product called Exone is a neurochip designed for humans to ease their daily life by combining the intelligence of man with machine, as you know in simple words, with artificial intelligence.
Now, my dear judges, you might be wondering what is a neurochip. A neurochip is an integrated circuit, such as a microprocessor, that is designed for interaction with neuronal cells.
Okay. So, so now you might be wondering why is there even a need for a neurochip? So let me explain. The screen you are viewing just right now. I'll go to the points quickly. First point is with the help of neurochips, you can transfer data at light speed from your brain to any device like your mobile phones, which is not possible right now, but with the help of artificial intelligence and the invention which we are talking about right now, it is possible and with ease. And next, as we mentioned earlier in facts about the brain, that it contains hundreds of billions of neurons, meaning hundreds of billions of data is transferred from our brain to various parts of our body in our day-to-day life. Isn't that too much interesting? And with artificial intelligence, we can reduce the load of work greatly by programming the machine to perform works that are usually done by humans because they require human intelligence and discernment.
But with our current technology is limited for sharing bits and pieces of information with artificial intelligence. Like we are asking Google Assistant something, we have to type it in bits and pieces. We can't share it immediately like hundreds of gigabytes of information which is stored in our brain. We can't share it immediately. With the help of our product Exxon, we can share hundreds of gigabytes of data in a fraction of second with artificial intelligence. Like we can just think and it will catch with our machines with artificial intelligence. Imagine thinking of an image and directly transferring it into your phone without even drawing it.
That's so much interesting, Hayyan. Okay, so now we have discussed about what is the neurochip and what is the invention which we are talking about. So now let's take a look about how does it work. Basically, our brains are made up of billions of neuron cells, as we were talking about earlier, along with spindly arms that send messages by electrical spikes. Those spikes in electricity travels between neurons in a chain reaction, sending messages to the part of our brain that controls speech or movement. For example, when we move our arm, that action started as an electrical spike up in our brain, which leads to movement.
You might be wondering how a neurochip read those electrical spikes. According to a neurochip, your brain cells are kind of like electrical wiring. Like there are too many neurons. It's like a complex wiring system. And rather than just having neurons sending electrical signals, those signals can be sent and received by a chip. That is what our Exxon will do.
Okay. Now getting to the main part and the most interesting part, what can our neurochip do? So it's a very useful thing. It's a very useful thing. It will be a bliss as an invention. So the uses and the benefits of inventing is the neurochip would be very helpful for people with paralysis. You might be knowing what paralysis is. It's a disease, and it's helpful for people with paralysis. They can easily operate their phones or computer directly with brain, since people with paralysis are unable to do anything physically, and operating their phones and computer is a very far away topic for them. But with the Axon, it is possible. And curing blindness by implanting chip in the visual cortex, it can be possible to cure even brain diseases like Alzheimer's and Parkinson's, uh, which are considered as very big illness. And apart from that, mathematical calculations like we see on calculators and computers, uh, in a split second it calculates a large amount of sum. We can also do the same since we are borrowing the technology which we are using right in front of you, which is present right in front of you right now in our brain, and we can do such calculations in a split second. And also ability to visualize and remember will increase exponentially. You can just go to your subconscious part or the memory where the brain stores memory. Since our brain is not trained that much, or we are not able to use it that much, but with the help of neurochip and Axon, we will be able to visualize and remember that things. And apart from that, neurochip allows a very unique way of communication for users, that is telepathy. uh, Most of you might be knowing what telepathy is. It is a technology. Uh, it is a way to communicate with others without even speaking a single word. And this technology is not only fascinating and fun, but also it is very secure. And with also neurochip, you can control mechanical prosthetic limbs like real limbs, which will actually take our generation and take our technology to a next level, all with neurochip Axon.
Now, you can also connect neurochip with your smart electronic devices and control them with your brain through neurochip. You can use apps like WhatsApp, Facebook, Instagram, other social media apps and whatever with neurochip's visual interface, meaning interface of an app will be directly shared with your brain in real time. You don't even have to see your phone, you don't have to use or clicks anything. The interface will be visually interface of the app will be directly shared through your brain and you can control it directly through your brain.
Okay, wait. You might be wondering what's going on in the picture, what's happening there. So, as I was talking about telepathy and as I was talking about the benefits of axon and neurochip, you don't need to worry about the peaking toms while you are connecting or communicating with anyone. You just need to do it with your brain, and no one will able to know what you are going to do. It's a very high level of encryption.
Now, one can access the subconscious part of their brain through neurochip, which will massively increase humans' efficiency and will help to store information for longer periods of time. Like if you see an advertisement and you're trying to recall what did I saw, you can store just the neurochip will directly store it and you can access it at a later date.
And it's not only that, we have some more benefits from it. Okay, the neurochip will allow real-time translations between different languages, meaning communication barrier between people will be further reduced. And now you might also be wondering what's wrong with the photos which we have put on our slide. Actually, these are very viral videos on social media, but people are trying to understand and trying to speak and trying to communicate with different languages which they are not familiar with, and they are trying very hard, but not more with axon, not more with the neurochip which we are inventing. Those communication barriers will be solved and overcome for eternity. Okay. Uh, we have discussed what is artificial intelligence, what is the technology we are talking about, and what is our
product axon and
what is an invention, everything, and what are the benefits.
Sorry to interrupt you,
Now
team.
let's take a look.
Hello. Sorry to interrupt you. You have last 1 minute left for the presentation.
Okay.
Right, we are almost done.
Okay, we'll consider. Okay, now let's go with the installation process very quickly. It's not so easy, but it's not yet very much complicated. Neurochips is directly implanted into the brain by a surgical robot. Chip is plugged to your brain by tiny microscopic tube, and it's carried out by a very high spec robot, very high spec machine. So there the probability of accidents are very less.
Now consider after careful consideration for users and regarding the capabilities of axon, we came with these features such as all-day battery life. Like you can have the all-day battery life and 5 to 10 meter range of wireless for the electronic device which will be connected through neurochip, and the implant size will be 23 millimeter to 8 millimeter, which won't affect your damage or affect your brain in any way. It will only be helpful and it won't be visible from outside. The your aesthetically speaking, the look won't be affected. That's how we will like to conclude our presentation. Thank you so much for your patience.
Hello, good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us today. All right, let's dive right in. As we all are aware, the problem of two-wheeler accidents are increasing day by day compared to the four-wheelers. To tackle this problem of accidents, there are different resources available widely. Now that brings us to our topic. Due to lack of infrastructure and connectivity, specifically in rural areas, there are main causes of less newish technologies. By implementing smart headgear, that is a smart helmet, we can switch to affordable yet smart techniques. Our product majorly focuses on middle class people as they are the major population using two-wheelers, to help them have a luxury of safe driving yet an affordable one. What exactly our product does and the reason behind it, let's figure it out together. Now I would like Preeti to take this project ahead.
Thank you, Shreya. Now I will take a presentation ahead. In our generation, lots of people die because of accident. This day it become very difficult to know that an accident has occurred and to locate the position where it has happened. So also many death occurs due to the lack of prompt medical attention needed by the injured person. If person met with an accident, no one is there to help him. Simply leaving or ignoring the person, he may die. In such situation, informing to know people through mobile phone to come and him from the accident and get proper medical attention. After meeting with an accident, with the use of our helmet, one can easily access to emergency service and contact navigate apps like Google Maps, connecting on a call through a SIM which is connected to the Bluetooth. The main aim of this helmet is a save the life from accident. So further presentation will be continued by Rohan.
Thanks, Preeti. Now I take the presentation ahead. The helmet which is we have made in not a typical helmet, but it is such advanced visions to it. I will help you to understand what a smart helmet does. Next slide. We are now show the component we are using in our helmet. First one is the sensor. Second one is the GSM modulation. Third one is the Ono Arduino, and fourth one is the switch, and fifth one is the microphone. Next slide. Now our project we are see the what we are component to attach our helmet. Upper side we are using the sensor to crash our sensor. We detect the microphone and alarm bell the in the message convert to the our contact and go to the message your person will was be damaged in accident. Then next slide will conclude the role.
Thank you, Shreyas. Let's see how our system is works with the help of the flow chart. There are 4 stages in our system. In first stage, start the button. There are button in our helmet to start operate the system. After switch on the button, the system will be connected to the phone with the help of the Bluetooth. In second stage, there are voice recognition system in our voice recognition thing in our system to operate the mobile to use call or send the message from mobile. In next stage, there are navigation system to need to direct the direction to the person who driving to the destination. We can also use with the offline map downloading in our system. In emergency, if the accident get detected by the sensor, there are alarm in our system. If the sense will detect by the sensor, the alarm will ring, and then we need to switch off the alarm in a few seconds. If we not switch off the alarm, the system will get information on your mobile on display to which contact number or your any helpline number of any person to contact them, and your address and all to know the person where are any present where the accident happened. Next, the system will be send the SOS message to the person which you provide the mobile number in our application. There we conclude. Next slide, please. There we conclude the smart headgear system with the help of Arduino. In this system, in this helmet, we can commonly measure 1 point, the decrease the rate of accident, which way we can possibly decrease to provide a better ride to the person, and we can get how much less cost of the system or the helmet we can use. Thank you.
Okay. So good evening to the respected seniors present in today's Avalon's Wacky Weekend event. Today, me and my fellow companions are gonna present you on the innovative model called as hot beverage cooler. I bet 90% of you all here are hardcore tea lovers, as many of you might be well acquainted with the drawbacks of not sp- of hot spurring tea. Like it sometimes gets too hot at the point we burn our tongues. So for countering with this dilemma, we innovated a hack of installing a mini cooling fan on it. So it will be conjoined with the tea plate and electrical battery which our cooling fan gonna run in. So further explanation will be done by Aditi.
Are you scared of getting your tongue burned? No worries. Here's the solution by Free Thinkers. Hot beverage cool cup. Next.
As there are many disadvantages for various gadgets, here are only perks. It is eco-friendly to use, and second, as it does not have any disadvantages, it is human-friendly. Moving to the next part, and the best part of all, your safety is our first concern. So now you can enjoy your tea time with our assurance. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Thank you.
So, hello Judy. Myself Devika Parag Patil.
Myself Sufyan Khan.
Myself Mohammad Hazik Sayed.
And myself Shankin Deepak Bhangu.
And together we are Team Fortitude. So let us commence the presentation by focusing on this survey conducted online, in which, as you can see, almost 60%, seriously, almost 60% of the surveys are happening in their life, which leads to no issues, or as they say, the real problem though is having no problem at all. Do you have no problems as well? Wouldn't a perfect life be boring? If your life is too monotonous or smooth sailing, you have to change that. Well, what's life without a few ups and downs? After all, who doesn't want some drama in their life? Even we can't resist watching Saas Bahu and Shaki. Over to you, Sufyan.
Thank you, Devika. What does a punctual person's life comprise of? Done with all their tasks on time, perfectly followed their schedule, enjoyed their leisure time for the day. What next? So this is where our application comes into the picture. Fortitude brings to you Setback, an application made exclusively to screw your peace of mind. It's ironic that we have so many assignments and tasks pending, and we are here creating an app which will add more problem to our life. Now, Hazik, over to you.
Yeah, Sufyan. So thank you for introducing our app. So let us now see what Setback actually is. Our application helps create major and minor distractions in our lives. It is somewhat like a distant relative who is irritating and loves to show up unannounced. Now moving on, we will see an example of how our app operates. So let us assume a hypothetical situation where a person is doing his work. Now, what our app basically does is it switches on random devices and make distractions for our users. So here the app switches on the TV. This will result into two options. Either he will get up and walk all the way down to his TV and switch it off, or he will sit back and continue watching his favorite television shows. Either way, our application has successfully distracted our users. Similarly, our application constantly drops off some random push-up notifications from time to time. For example, here it will give some false alarms, while some of it will be just spams for your notifications and try to annoy you whole time. And one more thing I can assure you that it makes much more sense than a weaponized toaster. So let my friend Shankin continue the rest.
Thanks, Asik, for the introduction. So, to use our app Setback, all you got to do is install Setback from either Android Play Store or iOS App Store. And since it is linked with Amazon, if you are using an Amazon account or an Amazon Alexa device, you just have to log in through your Amazon account. Or if you are using a network hub, you must create a new account and log in. So now you must be wondering that what are the advantages of using our apps? Well, I'll answer that. I can guarantee you one thing, that using our app in long term will help you ignore any distraction you might have while doing any productive tasks. Our app will also help you notice the problems that just went unnoticed in your day-to-day life and were usually ignored. And what setback also does is make you get up from time to time and makes you take breaks from long seated sessions. And you might also end up with better multitasking capabilities. And there are many more possibilities and many more pros that you might have personally. Yeah. So this has been our presentation here from Team Fortitude. We'd love to answer any questions that you have. And thank you for giving us a lovely time.
Okay.
Ballet group brings you. Should I start anybody?
Yeah.
Anyone?
Yes, you can start.
Ballet group brings you your dream. Yeah, you heard it right. A dream. Have you ever dreamt of flying in sky like this? I bet you would have.
Ballet Group brings to you your dreams to reality. We introduce our product 𝓗𝓂, a flying cycle. So at least we can trust 𝓗𝓂 more than these drones.
Yeah, so there are certain advantages of 𝓗𝓂, that is, it can save times, and of course it can avoid traffic. Yeah, it can provide air delivery though, and it completes one wish from your wish list, that is, you can fly in air at least, and at last you can use it at your own risk though.
Thank you. We are done with our presentation.
Have you ever imagined how it might be if we had a mirror which would, rather than just focusing and showing us our outer beauty, would also show us the real inner beauty? We live in a world where outer beauty is highly prioritized by the way we look, our face, color complexion, etc. so much so that the famous company Fair and Lovely had to change its name to Glow and Lovely. Are you getting the irony? But the point here is society has made a major blunder by preferring exterior beauty and health so much that people seldom try to recognize the inner beauty and health of the person, which affects the person's mental, psychological condition. This was proved to the whole world when the movie Joker, though being an R-rated movie, got felicitating nominations for showing the sad reality of this cruel world.
तोड़ दो अच्छा सुसु 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 जिंदा जिंदा आंटी एक मिनट आप बात कर लीजिए
मेरा दोस्त था नागपुर से, उसको डिप्रेशन हो गया, नस काटने गए। उसकी मम्मी बोलते नहीं नहीं भूत उतारने की जरूरत है। आंटी भूत चढ़ा नहीं है, भूत बनने का है उसको, ठीक है।
In today's world, 1 in 7 children have mental issues. 1 in 4 are stressed with no friends. Some due to personal issues among their parents, and other issues like depression and anxiety. Surprised? Well, hold on. We have some more to get you on your nerve. and that is less than 1% are helped. Terrifying fact, isn't it? We really feel now, as society, we need to accept that depression can be dealt with expression and not with suppression. Experts say mental health can be dealt through conversation. Now, extrovert might be relieved as they can communicate freely. But what about the introverts?
So, ladies and gentlemen, fasten up your seatbelts. Today, our team, the Nicholas of outer space, proudly presenting our avant-garde invention of the era. Hope, the hysterically operable personality elevator. Now you might all get a question, what exactly is this Hope? Hope is a strong AI-backed mirror which contains a library of optimistic responses stored in it using the neural net. The library of our AI is really vast as we have all of the metadata available in this generation. Just like Jarvis, Hope is capable of telling jokes, singing songs, giving suggestions, and with the help of even deep learning, Hope is successful in comforting the user while he's being negative. Hope is also able to recognize the voice of the person by sensing the differences in their tones and thereby self-assess the mental state of the user. Hope tries to match the user's likes, dislikes, moods, taste of music, food, clothing, etc. to aid the user and be more helpful. It may also keep track records of what percentage of the people in a country are facing mental illness and to what degrees, so our surveys could be strengthened too. The user privacy is 100% safe as Hope is secured with an unbreakable blockchain tech. And most importantly, it's customizable, that the voice of the person can be the way we wish it to be or the way we like to listen to it. It would also display a virtual version of ourselves speaking to us, which is totally customizable from tip to toe, like its hair type, hair color, skin type, gender, voice type, eye color, clothing and everything else, so that the virtual character becomes more user-friendly and even the user can connect to the character on a deeper level.
क्या करेगी अपने लाइफ के साथ तारिका? कुछ तो सोच, थोड़ा तो टाइम दे अपने आप. सारा दिन सोती रहती है तू. Just why are you not panicking? पकड़ पकड़ बम्बे पो, अस्सी नब्बे पूरे. I don't know what I'm gonna do with my life. Like Kadu. Kadu? Who's Kadu? Kadu की चाचा ने कद्दू की चाची को.
बस हो गया पिटाई. उठ उठ. तेरे को हम इसको स्टेज बोलते थे कि दारू मत पी मत पी मत पी. दारू खराब चीज है.
Now, the best part about this smart mirror is that humans of all age groups, including kids to youngsters to old people, everyone could use it daily. As we know, mirror is an epitome of self-motivation. Moreover, the interface would also feel like talking to our own positive version, making us more expressible. Hence, we can ensure the safety of our healthy mindset by installing it in our sweet home.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much for presenting it for us.
So my topic is electric bikes. It's a usual topic. Tesla is also creating these types of bikes and cars, but Tesla is costly. But I'm making affordable to cheapest cars and bikes. Actually, bikes. I'm focusing on bikes now. We can make electric bikes and secure our environment from petrol, diesel, and CNGs. CNGs are also environment secured, but also they are very costly, and all the middle class families can't afford that. So why electric bikes? So we know that petrol prices are increasing vigorously because of increase in populations. The population is increasing, and we have no stoppage on that. So I'm introducing this idea that we should use electric bikes. Now, why we should use electric bikes over petrol bikes? Because an average petrol bike price is 60,000 Indian rupees, and of 60 60 mph mileage, we have to pay 100 rupees if we are regularly using a bike per month. In a year, we pay 1,200 Indian rupees for only petrol. If you are using that bike for 20 years, we pay 24,000 rupees for just petrol only. And we also include servicing cost. We use 10,000 rupees for servicing also. Total we use 35,200, excluding all the taxes. We have GST, we have all the petrol taxes, we have everything, each and everything we have a taxes. And also we are creating an unhealthy environment. We are buying an unhealthy environment. So what is the mechanism of electric bikes? We will be using we have cell phones. We charge them when their batteries are dead. So in the similar way, we can charge bike batteries also. We will be installing batteries in bike, which will be charged by two types: by electricity, with conversion of electrical energy to mechanical energy, and conversion of solar energy into electrical energy, then converting into the mechanical energy. So first is solar energy. We can use sunlight. When it's a hot sun over our heads, we can use sunlight by charging the solar cells installed in our bikes, and we can use it by charging the batteries. Now next is, what if it's rainy season? In rainy season there is no sun rays visible. So we can charge the batteries by having electric boards installed in our house. We can charge with them, and and bikes doesn't they doesn't use that much electricity, so we are using bikes only. Tesla is doing the same thing. No, Tesla is a commercial company. Tesla is a commercial company, and they are installing the electric booths everywhere in our area.
Thank you for watching our video. Do subscribe our channel and follow us on Instagram.